All right, y'all. So later tonight, Android 16 does release in game. The next Dokkan Fest for the game, along with the 17 bounty unit. Both of them are pretty good, but because of that, we have the celebration details on the JP version of the game, which, you know, for some reason is earlier than the global version, but I mean, I guess it's just because of the reset times on each version. They're both different, right? But with that in mind, we had a lot of really good information, along with, I'm sure what you see on the thumbnail, the EZAs that are confirmed for 17 and 18, the tech androids as we call them, and then AGL Trunks that transforms into Super Saiyan Trunks. Both of these characters are confirmed to be getting their Extreme Z Awakenings in this month of December, back to back basically. So again, we know 16 does come out tonight, but then on the 2nd, the tech androids EZA will be out. Then on the 9th, we'll have AGL Trunks' EZA. Then pretty much like on the 15th, 16th, we're gonna have the Part 2 LR and potentially another EZA, right? So it seems like they are just throwing a bunch of Extreme Z Awakenings at us for the celebration, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. I absolutely love it. On top of this, I think Jackie Chun is gonna get his EZA based on what I'm understanding here, no? Because of the fact that he's just like the next character here. I think Jackie Chun is actually going to get his EZA, which is pretty cool if they start dropping a bunch of OGDB kind of celebration stuff next year. Like I could see like a Golden Week Goku versus Demon King Piccolo could be really cool, but that's not really the main point here. Not only are we confirmed to get these two main EZAs that have kind of just been sitting there for a while, but we also know that there is an EZA campaign. If we scroll up here, we are able to get Hercule statues and additional medals for completing these EZA campaign missions. Usually when we see these EZA campaigns, they give us a lot of missions and we get a couple of sub-EZAs. It's not even just one or two, but like this is something that we see in like 10th anniversary, global Dokkan campaign, like these celebrations that give us a bunch of sub-EZAs. I mean, we could take a look here at the global Dokkan campaign this year. Look at all the sub-EZAs you got. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sub-EZAs in total, and most of them were under the missions that were available. So that's really cool. And we kind of have a confirmation now that we will be getting these sub-EZAs in a pretty big, I think, pack altogether. So that's really awesome. We also do know that the 16 and 18 are confirmed, quote unquote. Like, I would say not confirmed, but like it's very likely that they'll be getting their Extreme Z Awakening because they actually have EZA super attack effects added to their scripts, which means that, you know, when they usually do that for characters ahead of time, that's usually them like, oh, we're planning for the EZA. It's not a concrete 100% thing, but it is a pretty good hint. And a lot of us were thinking that this character could receive an Extreme Z Awakening because of the fact that they do directly help this Android 16. They link very well with the new 16 Dokkan Fest. Their support character, they'll activate the unit super attack for 16. Like there's a lot of things that they will actually help this character out with. And it is a uniquely named character like Android 16 and 18. It's not something that we see really too often. So all in all, I mean, this celebration is looking pretty good. I mean, we'll take again a further look at it later, but I did ask on Twitter again, what sub-EZAs do you expect to see within the EZA campaign? And we only have 3 replies here, but I saw one reply that I think was really, really good, and it's these characters right here. So I'm not sure if this AGL Vegeta will EZA, but I mean, if they give us all of these characters, I think that'd be pretty sick. No, honestly, we can bring up the Android team, I guess, right here, and just look at these potential EZAs before looking at the Saiyans. The Saiyans, right? Again, we know that this character will likely EZA, but what if we do get like just a bunch of these EZAs, 17 and 18, and then they drop Dro and 19 and 16 and 18, like all 3 of them as the EZA drop for the week would be pretty fire, man. Cell is the one I'm kind of like, because I don't know if Cell would use like 17 and 18's medals, because usually like these missions, I guess they don't have to use the medals of the character that is kind of listed here. I think we've seen in the past, like for example, Paragus and Broly use like different EZA medals than the Dokkan Fest that they released with. But actually, no, they released the Age of Wrath for Broly, huh? So I don't know. But either way, this character right here could still use the medals for 17 and 18, even though this character did a release with who did they release with? They released it in April 27th, 2022. AGL Cells when they released, huh? That's crazy, huh? I could see them using the Tech Androids medals. They could also just still use AGL Cell medals as well. Doesn't really matter because they're missions, right? So maybe because they're missions, that's why this character is, you know, gonna still EZA, but we're expecting this. Duro 19 would be pretty good with the Key Blast guaranteed nullification. The Tech Androids also have a guaranteed nullification when their HP is 35% or more. I think both of them, no, actually, no, it doesn't really matter for these guys. They don't have a restriction. This character does need to be above 35% HP, but they have a Ghost Usher. So that's also really good. And it's not really going to be too common that you fall under this threshold. So I think that a lot of people use this character still. So I think, you know, even if it's still in these scenarios, this character will have some viability in the new kind of Android team, especially if they make them good, which I do think that they will. The Int Android 019 could be really good. This character has support here, which is, we'll always take that. They should just make this guaranteed guard, and then they should give them like damage reduction on top of this. And like because of that, like the Android team is going to be filled with support. This character supporting, this character supporting, 16 supporting, the new 17 supporting, this character. I mean, maybe they give them support and they're like Androids, like Android support character. They also have the Ghost Usher, like I said. Like there's a lot of support ongoing for this potential Androids team. So it won't really be good this week, but starting on the 2nd, man, the Androids team could be a dominant force, right? 16, 17, Super 17, then these three right here. Like that could be a really good team. And you could still throw on other characters from Uncontrollable Power. Guess what? Guess who's on the team? In Fapu. Tech Broly's on the team. We have I guess not that many other characters, to be really fair, that like stick out to me. Like you're not really going to be running grade 8 Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. You could just throw him on the team though, get a free grade 8, right? That could be cool. I mean, I guess you could throw like Ralph or Roller, but I don't know. I feel like Fapu's going to be the character that you would throw on this team, or Tech Broly, because they're not really like super link reliant. They're like more tanky, and then the other characters on the team will take care of the other roles. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think this is going to be a great celebration, honestly. And I'm a big fan of the Androids team, so I think that them buffing the Androids team in a really good way is just going to be healthy for the game. And again, I don't think the 2nd form Cell would EZA, but if he does, he is an Android Cell Saga support on top of this. So I guess that could be cool. They really need to change this restriction though. Probably just, I mean, this guy is super old. He came out with Super Vegeta, and again, keep in mind that Super Vegeta released in January on the global version. That was August on the JP version, so of the previous year in 2021. So this guy is old without an EZA, so I think that could be pretty cool. Then again, we know AGL Trunks is also receiving his Extreme Z Awakening, which is pretty crazy. This guy in release was kind of disrespected, honestly. I think that they didn't really give him the sauce that they definitely could have for this guy. So I mean, this guy, does he really have a great team right now? It's the only thing I'm thinking of. Like, you would think that, oh, he's on a bunch of different teams. I guess he is on Future Saga, but like with the characters that he would link with, Cold Judgment, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior, Shocking Speed, First Battle, like he's not really like a good option of hybrids either. It's really only when he's gonna transform that he's gonna be looking good. But you know, he does only have to perform 6 more attacks. If they are gonna be very nice, they could get this guy 2 guaranteed additionals, and then every time he performs 3 attacks, he gets an additional with a great chance. It could be like a turn 5 transformation, or maybe somehow he could do 6 attacks in turn 1, and I think that would also be great for this guy, just so you can get like a transformation instantly. He stuns someone and seals the enemy super attack for the turn. Unfortunately, this is still going to be pretty useless right now. big issue with this guy is that he also was very reliant on debuffing the enemy. Now, I do think that we'll see enemies that can be attack or defense debuffs. They'll probably group this all together in one debuff. That's what they've been doing usually. So even if the enemy's only attack or defense debuff, they'll get the entire buff. This is such a funny thing. We're never gonna really see this like a common thing. I guess maybe we get like a part 2 Carnival or Android Soul Saga super class leader. Then we have this, let's say the new LR, physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Gohan's not really that great though. I mean, they would really have to do some magic with that, honestly. But Heart Virus Goku could also get an easy. I mean, people joked in the past. It was like, oh, Heart Virus Goku's the actual Dokkan Fist. Because Heart Virus Goku, bro, that guy was cracked. Trunks is still good. I think Trunks is better than people give him credit for. But this guy was insane with his 59% reduction. Like, back then, 59% reduction made this guy like with all these stats out of turn, made this guy a slot 1 tank. And he didn't even have any defense. He stacks attack, so he could be, I mean, maybe this guy's a festival battle killer. As much as people would hate to like agree with that, he could definitely be like a festival battle killer. Maybe we could see a hybrids team kind of come into resurgence potentially. Like, again, we have the youth team. This character is more so like a youth character than a hybrids character. But I think maybe if the Carnival R or something like that does potentially hybrids, or we get some sort of other hybrids leader. I mean, this physical Ultimate Gohan does actually share a couple of links, does he not? Saiyan Warrior Ray, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, I believe is what he shares with this Trunks. Because Trunks and Ultimate Gohan actually do share a decent amount of links. So I believe when Trunks transforms into Super Saiyan, he does actually get the link Prepared for Battle. And does he get Prepared for Battle? No, but you get Super Saiyan. It's like his links is also a little weird. I think that the Trunks could be good though. I'm very excited to see what he's able to do. This is like one of the kind of heartfelt units for me personally, along with Heart Virus Goku. I mean, these EZAs could be really cracked. Yeah, Android 19 plus 20 plus Heart Virus Goku, then 16, 18, and Super Saiyan Vegeta. I don't know if this Super Saiyan Vegeta would get one. I mean, I guess it would make sense if 16 and 18 get one though. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. Like, does that make sense? But also, I mean, they could just, I guess it would help, like, if they do release a new Android Cell Saga, like, super class leader, then this Vegeta would definitely be help for that team. What I think would be the character that would be the LR would, I mean, if they release this Super Saiyan Heart Virus Goku, I could see, I mean, I made a tweet about this actually. Let's bring it up here. If we kind of delve a little into part 2 LR talks, we could definitely see maybe a seminal version of this guy. Then this character can get their EZA. Like, we could see, again, the second the Tech Androids release, the 9th Trunks releases part 2 LR here, then the EZA right here. Actually, this would be the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest release time, huh? So maybe they could still have the EZA right here, but this is when the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest releases, because 16 leaves right here, but yeah, the 25th, 26th is gonna be like another Christmas Day drop for the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest, huh? Because the next week is gonna be the like New Year's banner, right? But like this is the end of year Dual Dokkan Fest, so we'll figure out what that is actually in a couple of weeks too. So I don't know, there's not really much else to say. I think really good EZAs. We could take a look here just real quick at the celebration details. I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of box space, new wallpaper later tonight. You know, we know someone who's feeding for box space. If you know, you know. True. Dokkan Day tickets for 16 come out in a few days, so keep that in mind. If you're thinking about summoning, don't go all in for 16 until those tickets are out, at least in my opinion. 11th anniversary missions. There's actually new EX missions for red zones, which is really cool. We see sales on like the 15th, so like again the 15th, 16th is when the part 2 LR releases. Oh yeah, updated summon points. We have the Tech Golden Frieza, the Youth Hybrid kind of LR, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Wrathful Broly. I mean, you can get something good off this. I don't think it's a bad idea, especially because the next time these will be available are like anniversary. I think it's a pretty good idea to go ahead and do this. It comes out later tonight with the 16 banners, so I might be doing this myself actually. Maybe I'll fish for a dupe of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I don't have Wrathful Broly, so that could be cool. Hey, there's also a theory, I might make this a separate video, that maybe they're gonna Super EZA some of these like banner characters. I don't expect that to be the case. What I think what this is gonna be is like it's gonna be a pack with Piccolo and Gohan, then a pack with Cell and 18, and it's like, oh, you know, they've already all EZA'd. I would not be opposed to any Super EZAs for characters like this, so I think they should do that. That's my opinion, but they said that they have no plans for originally, and I'm not gonna pretend that it could happen until it does happen, basically. So that's what I do think. What else is here? I mean, I think Jackie Chun might get his Extreme Z Awakening. If I'm not mistaken, that's why he's right there now, so that could be pretty cool. Daima Red Zone gets a new stage, which is really nice. Yeah, again, new missions for these two red zones as well. Actually, the Pure Saiyans red zone and then the Androids red zone. So we'll take that. And that's pretty much it for now. So we'll see everything that releases in the next few days. Okay, yeah. This is the part to alert drop time. The 16th. Yep, for sure. And then here's a swap paper. I really like this one, actually. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you're thinking. And again, I'm very excited. I'll catch you guys tonight.